Namaskar, Kemonachu to all lovely super mothers. Welcome to Super Mother Unleashed. Recently, I was thinking about the changes happening in our child life. I have realized the major change happening in child is getting angry often. So I have decided to share about how to cope up with this situation in my today's episode. I have been watching around, especially at home, when the situation with everyone is miserable because of this COVID. Children can't step out, and although they are busy with their online classes and other activities, still they are finding themselves getting bored, and that triggers them to release anger. My daughter, since lockdown, stopped going to school, and since then, the new normal life started for her. I have realized personally lots of changes in her, and the major behavior change is constantly growing. Whenever my baby gets angry, it's very tough to make her understand. As per my own experience, I'll be sharing my own story and how I dealt with it and helped her overcome. One of the most important things which I have noticed in my daughter is, since she is not able to go for outdoor activities, not able to play in ground, not even go to play in garden with her friends, that made her anxious. And since she is indoor for a longer time, it leads her to frustration. Even though being a mother, I understand her anxiety, but it takes lots of time to make her analyze about the situation which everyone is facing now. Earlier, the routine for everyone was quite normal compared to present scenario. But because of this worldwide pandemic, our kids are suffering more. And with this new normal situation, for them it's really hard to adjust. Hence, the reaction towards the situation comes with action of anger. This happened with my daughter as well. Earlier, the routine has been already planned and implemented as per the daily program. Getting up in the morning, having breakfast and then ready for school. And till the time she comes back, she is already half tired. But her schedule for our activities was always planned, and it was a everyday routine. And once she finishes her dinner, her tiredness takes her to bed. But things changed now. There is no proper physical activity in fresh air. Releasing the emotions in fresh air has become a closed-door activity. And because of this situation, kids are also trying to keep themselves busy with those works which they are finding interesting. That might give us the feel of messing things around, but trust me, for them, those are the ultimate way to relax their mind. One more situation which I have realized when my daughter needs attention and wants her to listen. And if I am in a work and not able to concentrate on her, she outbursts with anger. For example, if I am busy and in a position to listen her, she gets really frustrated and started shouting, "Mama, Mama, listen to me." Only way I found is to tackle the situation is to sit with her and spend time, whatever the way she wants. She wants that moment to be spent with her and give the importance of her talk. Sometimes my daughter becomes so adamant and keeps on nagging for few things, which being a mother I try to avoid. But because of that reason, her frustration level goes so high. That's the situation she has not only feels hurt, she gets really angry and out of control. And turning that situation to normal takes lots of patience for me. So when my daughter becomes normal, I make her understand why I was not interested to offer her that particular thing which she was behind. Few of the situations which I have seen is when my daughter is busy doing one activity such as painting or playing with her dolls. I never insist her to do some other thing which is pending or need to prioritize in that moment. Because she's already engrossed with her present activity, and asking her move and concentrate to other work will mess up her mind. That's why I never disturbed her when she is busy with such activities and happy being in that. Kids' concentration level also increase when they focus in one activity at a time. Child psychology plays a very important role from childhood, which I can easily sense through my daughter. Constant watching parents talking in a particular slang also attract and encourage to change their behavior. Parents shouting on each other, or you're talking to a friend through phone call in a harsh manner. For a child, that's a normal behavior since they have been watching their parents on everyday basis. And after a few days, we can find our child start imitating and behaving in the same manner. I have seen that change happen in my daughter. If I shout on her, the next reaction comes from her in same way. Because for her, that's a normal way to communicate with each other and eventually it's become habit for them. Hence, being mother, I always become cautious about my behavior and body language in front of her. I always believe in one thing strongly: time flies, but behavior takes time to change. One of the major problems which I have noticed in my daughter and among other children is when she is not verbally express something which she wants or anything particular which I am not able to understand, that really frustrates her and she becomes angry. Situation comes when I'm busy with my work and not able to properly listen my daughter. Her behavior changes into anger because she wants me to understand her and fulfill what demand she has. She needs me for every second, especially while playing, when she is hungry or feeling sleepy. She feels so comfortable when I'm around, gets into the kitchen with me, assisting me in my household work. She enjoys most when I assemble her some work. Like recently, she loves to fold her clothes, and whenever she gets this chance, she happily does work. Her different ways of expressing things changes when situation differs. Nowadays, our life has become so busy and we prioritize those things which comes first. So somewhere our child feels disconnected, and that's the time they need parents' attention. Anger in kids doesn't show that they are bad. It's the only easiest way for them to express their thought. We fast forward to the future and wonder if this is how our kids will be the rest of their lives. We wonder how to make it in the real world if they won't even do their homework. The more we think about their future, the more our anxiety goes up. In our heads, we start worrying that we are not doing a good job being a mother. We worry that we don't know what to do to get them under our control. When our child is annoying us, our thinking process at that moment is very important. The goal is to be as objective as how can we better our behavior and our child's behavior. We don't have to get her to listen, but we do have to understand what's going on and figure out how we are going to respond to what's going on. The thinking process itself helps us to calm down. As mothers, what we are working toward is what's within my power to do to get myself calm. The less we can, the better. And the more we think things through, the more positive the outcome will be. That's a possible way of what we are talking about here. Responding thoughtfully rather than simply react. There's always a talks around. Response comes from the word responsibility. In that sense, managing our anger, taking responsibility for how we want to act rather than having a bad reaction. And if we can get our right thinking into our emotions, we are going to do better as mothers. That's a goal. Every child is different and every kid has their own way of expressing their anger. But mothers' love and care help every child to calm down their anger and accept the way must feel for them. So with that, we have come to the end of this episode, and please do share this podcast with your friends, colleagues and all the mothers in your network. I would also like to request all my listeners to please share your thoughts, views, feedback about today's episode, and if you have any topic on which you want me to cover on my podcast, please write to me. Would love to receive your comments. I will see you next week. Till then, bye-bye.